You're chasing something right now that's going to destroy your life. And the worst part? You think it's going to save it. I know because I did the same damn thing for 60 years. I'm 100 years old. I built 3 companies, made millions, lost it twice. And I'm sitting here in a modest house in Texas with a daughter who won't return my calls, telling you, everything you think you know about success is a lie. And if you don't listen to me, you're going to end up exactly where I am, alone with your money. Except you probably won't even have the money. Here's what they told me when I was your age. Work hard, sacrifice now, provide for your family. And someday, you'll get to enjoy it. You'll relax. You'll be there for the people you love. Someday. You know when someday comes? Never. Someday is a lie we tell ourselves so we don't have to feel guilty about missing another dinner, another baseball game, another everything. I told my wife Betty someday for 40 years. I told my kids someday their whole childhood. And now someday is here, and Betty's dead. And my daughter Sarah lives 2,000 miles away. And I couldn't tell you the name of her best friend, or what she does on weekends, or anything. I don't know my own daughter, and I had 67 years to learn. So here's what I need you to do, right now. Think about the person you're taking for granted, the dinner you're going to skip, the call you're going to put off. And ask yourself, is the thing you're chasing worth losing them? Because you will lose them. Maybe not today, but someday. There's that word again. I grew up dirt poor in Odessa, Texas. My daddy died in a drilling accident when I was 12. Fell 60 feet off a derrick. March 3rd, 1938. I remember my mama crying at the kitchen table, trying to figure out how to feed 4 kids on nothing. I swore right then I'd never be poor, never let my family go hungry. And I didn't. I worked 16-hour days, 7 days a week. I made my first million by 40, 8 million by 50. And you know what I missed while I was making all that money? Sarah's first steps, her first words, her school plays, every single one. Bobby's football games, Betty's 40th birthday, her 50th, hell, most of them. I was always in the field, always on the phone, always closing a deal. I told myself I was doing it for them. That's the biggest lie of all. I was doing it for me, for the kid who watched his mama cry. I was so scared of being poor again that I missed my own life trying to prevent it. And here's the kicker. Here's the part that makes me laugh so I don't scream. I lost it anyway. Lost everything in '86 when oil crashed. Rebuilt it. Lost it again in 2004 when my partner, Dale Whitmore, a man I trusted for 15 years, stole $2.3 million and bankrupted us. All those hours, all those missed dinners, all those times I said, "Daddy's working, sweetheart." Gone. The money's gone. But you know what else is gone? The time. And that doesn't come back, no matter how hard you work. You're watching this on your phone, aren't you? Or your computer. And there's someone in your life right now maybe in the next room, who would love 5 minutes of your attention. Your kid, your partner, your parent. And you're going to finish this video first because you think you've got time. You don't. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being 100 years old. I've watched more people die than you've met. And you know what nobody ever said on their deathbed? I wish I'd spent more time working. So here's your homework. When this video ends, put down your phone and go be with someone you love. Don't text them. Don't call them. Go sit next to them. Look at their face. Ask them how they're doing, and actually listen to the answer. That's worth more than any deal I ever closed. My daughter Sarah is 67 years old. She lives in Portland, Oregon, 2,143 miles from here. I know because I've checked. She calls me twice a year, Christmas and my birthday. The conversations last about 8 minutes. We talk about the weather, her garden, nothing that matters. 15 years ago, she told me the truth. We were sitting on this porch and she said, "Dad, you were never there. Not just physically, emotionally. I needed a father, and I got a checkbook." And I wanted to argue. I wanted to say, I was providing for you. I was building something. But I looked at her face, and I saw that little girl in the yellow dress who used to wait by the window for me to come home. And I knew she was right. I was never there. I was always somewhere else, even when I was in the room. I'd trade every dollar I ever made, every single one. I'd go back to being that broke 12-year-old kid if I could have those years back with her. If I could do it different. But I can't. That's what I need you to understand. You cannot buy time back. You cannot earn it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And you're spending yours right now. What are you spending it on? Is it worth what you're gonna lose? The other thing that ate my life? Pride. I never asked for help. Never admitted I was wrong. Never said I don't know. I thought that was strength. It wasn't. It was stupidity dressed up in a cowboy hat. You know why I got swindled by Dale Whitmore? Because 3 different people tried to warn me, and I was too proud to listen. I know what I'm doing. I built this company. Don't tell me about my own partner. $2.3 million in a bankruptcy later, turns out I didn't know what I was doing. Pride costs more than money. It cost me friendships, business relationships, and years with my daughter, because I was too stubborn to apologize when I should have. So swallow it. Whatever you're holding on to right now because you're too proud to let go, swallow it. Apologize first. Ask for help. Admit you're wrong. It feels like dying. It isn't. Dying is sitting in this chair at 100 years old, knowing you could have fixed it, and didn't. You want to know what I think about now? Not the deals, not the millions I made or lost. I think about one afternoon in 1965. I came home early, only time I can remember, and Sarah was maybe 7 years old. She wanted to show me her drawings. Horses. She loved horses. And I sat with her for 2 hours looking at those drawings, and she was so happy, just radiant, because her daddy was there. That's what I think about. One afternoon out of 67 years. I've got 100 years of memories, and most of what matters fits in about a week's worth of moments. Moments I almost missed. Moments I did miss, and don't even know what I missed, because I wasn't there. What do you want to remember? The meetings, the emails, the hustle? Or do you want to remember your kid's face when you showed up? When you were actually there, actually present, actually paying attention? You're building your memories right now, every day. What are you going to have when you're sitting where I'm sitting? I'm 100 years old. If I'm lucky, I've got a few more years. Probably not. And I'm okay with that. I made my peace. I did what I could with what I knew at the time. But you're watching this right now, which means you still got time. Don't be like me. Don't wake up at 100 years old with a daughter who's a stranger. Don't trade your family for money you might lose anyway. Go home for dinner tonight. Call your father, even if it's awkward. Hug your kids one extra time. Tell your wife you love her, and mean it. These aren't small things. These are the only things. Everything else is just noise we convince ourselves matters. I'd give anything to go back. To walk through that door at 5 o'clock instead of 10. To say the deal can wait just once. To hold that little girl in the yellow dress and tell her, Daddy's here. Daddy's staying. You're more important than any of it. But I can't go back. You still can. That's why I'm making this video. Not for me. For you. For the person you're about to lose if you don't change something. Don't wait until you're 100 years old to figure out what matters. I already did that, so you don't have to. Now put down your phone and go be with your family while you still can.